Hi, Brandon. It's so nice to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Elijah. I am blessed beyond belief. Appreciate you having me here.
Beautiful. And thank you too for being here. And you see, now it has even become an anthem because I love to say this all the time. Okay, Brandon, I want to thank you firstly for investing in yourself. And I say this all the time to all of my guests because I feel like it is important for me to say. And that's because, I came across a scientific study and it says that when you give out positive feedbacks to people, it tends to improve what they're doing. It makes them even work more better and improve their work and enhance all that they're doing. So I want to thank you, Brandon, for investing in yourself. And you see, you are on this platform right now because you invested in yourself. And oftentimes, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. You see, Brandon, I was on this road some months back. Sorry. And just by the roadside, there was this, oh man, my voice. Give me a second.
You bet. No worries.
Okay, I'm back. So just by the roadside, there was this tall mango tree. Tall, unattractive mango tree. I use the word unattractive because it looks so dry and, it's got no mangoes on it. The leaves aren't looking beautiful and, I just walked past it. But you see, Brandon, just recently I was on that same road. And this time around, a lot changed. You see, I sighted the mango tree from a distance and it caught my attention pretty good. And I told the folks who was beside me, I said, "You've got to give me a second, all right? I'll be right back. I'll go check that stuff." Yeah, I want to go check that stuff. Then I got closer. Oh man, it wowed me. You know why? Because this time around, the mango tree is looking all beautiful. It's got a lot of mangoes on it and green leaves. And you see, it looks so amazing. And not just mangoes now, but ripe mangoes. So it looked really attractive. And I just stood there staring at, the point is the fact that you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing person that you are today. That alone has made it really impossible for me to say nope to you or for me to skip you. You get it? So thank you so very much. Yeah, you want to say something?
You're welcome, Elijah. And I think the fact that you brought up a mango tree, let's dig into that a little bit because there's
Hmm.
so much to learn from a mango
Okay.
tree. First of all, you saw it originally and it wasn't very impressive, right? Because the fruits hadn't evolved yet, because the roots hadn't fed the tree to the point where the fruit could express itself to the full abundance that it has, right? And so in life, as we're talking about personal development, our fruit comes from the roots. And when we take time to invest in building ourselves in positivity to the best that we could be, that's when the fruit really comes out and shines. The other thing that's interesting about the mango tree is that when you cut open one of those fruit, it shows you how glorious and abundant life really is, because inside each of those mangoes lies the seed to over 100 other mango trees. And I think that's just such a great example as we get into our conversation today about the potential, what's possible for each one of our listeners today, because the fruit that you're bearing today has the ability to spread and to multiply into abundance, where this conversation may take root for someone and they may take new actions in their life that's going to lead to new fruit, and that fruit may lead them to creating their own podcast or spreading positivity to others, that's going to create multiple roots with multiple fruits with seeds that can expand infinity, right? So that one plant, that one tree can lead to thousands and even millions of others.
Hmm. Amazing. Now you brought out a lot of amazing insights from my story. That's amazing. Okay, I got that. Beautiful one. So thank you so very much, Brandon, for investing in yourself. And I am quite excited to have you on the show today for some reasons. All right. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking, because I believe in order to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, Brandon, I believe it takes the application of knowledge, quality information. And you see, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness means ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking. Why? because I do not want to remain in the dark. So that's going to make our conversation today very, very important to me and even to the listeners. So the second reason why I'm excited to have the amazing Brandon on the show is for the sake of the listeners. You see, Brandon, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got a lot of information flying out there. How to do this and how to do that, how to become this and how to become that. So these folks trust me for quality information, and you see, I am totally convinced that our conversation is not only going to be insightful, but also impactful. So for that reason, Brandon, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey. We are just so curious right now. We want to know how you got here. Then afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Brandon, over to you.
All right. Thank you. Well, appreciate you having me. Right now I serve as the CEO of a company called HOA.com. So we're building a tech platform to revolutionize homeowner associations. Here in the US, 53% of all homeowners live in an HOA, but most don't love their HOA. So we're on a mission to really transform that and create unity through community so people feel connected to their neighbors and they just love living in the neighborhoods that they live in. But I got started back out of college. I found out that you don't have to be married to have a kid, and I had a child in college. And by the age of 24, I was a single dad. At that point, I was making $20,000 a year, and I had to make a change because I kept bouncing my mortgage payments. I had bought a house, but I couldn't afford mortgage and daycare, and so I had to make a change. I ended up getting into the mortgage industry, and I had somebody mentor me in the art and science of what I now call raving referrals. And through that, in 18 months, I was able to 10x my income from $20,000 to $200,000 a year. And ever since, I've been on a mission to help as many people as possible do the same thing. This is my 10th technology platform that I've built over the last 27 years. And my last was called Refer.com. We built that up to 5 million members, including 250,000 realtors. And I've got a number of books. What I teach something called raving referrals, as I mentioned a second ago, right? And I've got different books for different industries. And so I'm really committed to helping people grow their personal wealth and achieve financial freedom by attracting all the clients they desire and deserve through referrals.
Amazing. And that's really what I've been waiting to hear. When I listen to people speak, I'm always interested really in the motive behind what they're doing. And you just said it a second ago. You're committed to helping folks, and that's amazing. Okay, so we're going to pick the first question from creating profitable partnerships. Okay, so how can small businesses create partnerships with top companies or professionals?
Yeah, you want to think about who is already serving your ideal clients, your perfect prospects, right? And for most people, that comes down to one or two categories. Either you sell business services and you're looking to sell to business owners and business professionals, or you sell consumer services. And we focus on homeowners as a category, but it doesn't have to be homeowners. It can be renters if it's general consumers. But we focus on business owners or homeowners. Now, with HOA.com, we're only focused on building partnerships with people who serve homeowners. So when I was in the mortgage industry, that would mean partnering with real estate agents, financial advisors, insurance agents, painters, plumbers, and all of the other businesses and professionals who are out there serving homeowners every single day. Now, why was that important? Because they were running into homeowners or home buyers that had challenges and needed help. And so when you're thinking about your business, think about the problem that you solve and who are the other businesses and professionals that have clients that are running into that problem. When you help them solve their problem for their client, you become invaluable. And now they want to recommend you all the time because you're the solution that they get to recommend, and your solution helps them add more value to the clients they serve.
That's a great one. Powerful insight, and I got that. You see, I would have to listen to our conversation over and over again because what you just said now is really, really insightful, and I got it. Okay, so what then is the key to ensuring a collaboration is profitable for both parties?
Well, so now that you know kind of generally who you want to think about, the next step is really identifying one of three things. Number one, who are you already sending business to? You probably have some professionals or business owners that you already refer clients to. What if you could sit down with them? We teach something that we call the referral partner blueprint. And this is the answer to your question. You can download this for free. It's at hoa.com/blueprint. And you can download, it's about a 16-page PDF, and it teaches you exactly who you want to partner with, how to approach those people, what to say to them. And what we say is start with thinking about the people that you're already giving business to. Second, think about people who are already referring business to you. And then third, think about all the people that you know, like, and trust in those complementary industries, but you've never sat down with them about creating a profitable partnership. And what you want to do is once you've got a list of some of the people that you think of that you want to build your business with, now you want to just call them up or text them and say, hey, the reason that I'm calling is that I've realized I have a lot of clients that can use your services. So I'd love to sit down with you and really talk through creating a strong referral partnership where I'm referring clients to you and you're referring clients to me so that a client for one of us becomes a client for all of us. Is that something you'd be interested in? And what you're going to find is when you call somebody up with that conversation, they're going to be excited to sit down with you. And then you use the referral partner blueprint process. We teach a whole process, but there's 21 different co-marketing campaigns where you're each cross-referring and cross-promoting each other so that 1 + 1 = 11 and everybody's doing more business together.
I got that. That's a smart one. Okay, you say, let's just say someone, he came back from an event and he shared his experience with me, a networking event. And he said, Elisha, it was so boring. I didn't enjoy
Yeah.
myself at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, really? Talk to me more about it. He said he wouldn't be interested in telling me, but the summary is just so boring. So now, I've got a question, all right? What are your top tips for making networking events enjoyable and effective?
You know, it's funny. I'm writing a book right now called Raving Referrals for Real Estate Agents, and I just reviewed this morning a chapter on the top 10 tips for networking events. And so this is so top of mind for me. But first and foremost, the first tip is you own your experience. And this is true whether you're talking about going to a networking event or doing anything. You own your experience. So first and foremost, go in with the right mindset. Expect to have fun, right? It's only boring if you're boring. So number two, what I recommend that you do is you go in with intention. What is your goal? What is your vision for having that event, for going there? Are you expecting it to be boring going in? If so, guess what? You're going to find out it's pretty boring. But if instead you go in with a mind of inquiry, right, and thinking, oh, what could this be? And you've got intention about the types of business owners or professionals that you're looking to meet. You should never just wander in without any kind of goal or vision. You want to have an intention for the types of person that you're looking to meet. Maybe your perfect prospect or your perfect partner is a CPA or it is an estate planning attorney. Whatever that industry is, be on a mission to try and find that person and then go introduce yourself to the people that are leading the event and let them know, hey, Elijah, I'm really here because I'm looking to meet a great estate planning attorney. Are there any here that you know that I would connect with, that you would recommend as a quality professional I could build a partnership with? I'm looking to refer my clients to someone. Who do you know that would be a good fit for me to refer my clients to? And when you go in with that intention, and then you meet with the event producers, their goal is to get you connected. They don't want you to walk away thinking the meeting is boring. But if you walk away with one golden connection, that event is worth its weight in gold. Like, it's really can be incredibly powerful and profitable as long as you go in with the right mindset. You've got a vision and intention for what your desired outcome is for attending that event. And then you meet with the organizers and you let them know exactly who you're looking for. Now your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So if you go in with the right mindset and the right vibe, you're much more likely to, number one, have a great time, and number two, attract the type of people that are going to make a difference in your world.
Amazing. I love those lines. You see, now we just need some beats, Your vibe attract your tribe.
Come on.
Amazing. Oh man, I love that. You see, your words are really, really insightful. And I just remembered one time like that when I went for a meeting, and after the meeting, then we were asked to meet up with folks and network and all. And instantly, I became pretty nervous, and now I just couldn't know how to do it or how to go about it.
Right,
So I've
right.
got a second question now. So how can
Well,
someone
can we talk
overcome
about that real quick?
nervousness?
Because I think what you just said, Elijah, is so important because you
Yeah,
got to realize most people at that event are feeling nervous too. Okay. That's why the mindset is so important. If you walk in feeling nervous, you're not going to have a good time, right? If you walk in feeling intimidated, then you're going to experience being intimidated. I teach people to walk in with your superpower avatar, right? So think about if you're going into a meeting and you're not feeling very confident, what if you could walk in like a superhero? Okay, for me, my superhero avatar is Neo from the Matrix. I am Neo. And anytime that I'm not feeling confident, that I'm feeling a little anxious, I think to myself, I am Neo, right? And I take some time, 15, 30 seconds to experience what would that be like if I walked into that room knowing that I am Neo. Now, what's your experience that you're going to have? Okay. So I'm sorry to talk over your last question, but I think it's really important that people feel empowered when you're walking in any conversation and you're feeling less than confident. Take time before you walk in the door and get into that state. Choose your superhero avatar. Mine is Neo. Yours might be Wonder Woman or Superman, whatever it is, Black Panther, I don't know, whatever that is for you. Choose that and take some time to really feel that powerful. So when you walk in the door, you're walking in with confidence and you're loving life.
amazing. Thank you for that. I got that. That was a beautiful one. Okay, we have two more to go. So let us talk about appreciation. How can showing appreciation help, grow a business? Can you talk us about that?
Oh man, gratitude is the key to life. I wake up every morning and I lay in bed before I get out of bed and I just give gratitude. Thank you, Jesus, for helping me wake up to another day. And I just spend time in gratitude. But I teach something called the appreciation exercise. So I love that you're saying this. If you think about let's go back to creating partnerships. How do you approach maybe some people that could make a huge difference in your business, but you haven't connected them with them for a while? Well, the fortune's in the follow up, right? People aren't thinking about you the way you're thinking about them. So it's important that you reach out to them. And I challenge you to give them some appreciation. What does that look like? Think about 5 people right now. They're in your phone. They're people that would make a big difference in your business and in your personal life if you just reached out to them and you actually build a relationship. And so I'm going to ask you right now, when you think about somebody that you admire the most, who is that? Right? So the appreciation exercise is this: come up with 5 people that you want to connect with, and then reach out to them either with a simple text message or a voice memo, or even do a video on your phone and text them a quick video one-on-one and just say, hey, someone just asked me who are the people that I appreciate the most or I admire and respect the most, and you came to mind. I hope you're having a great day. Just sharing that appreciation, sharing that gratitude with them will make their day. It'll lift them up. And now they're going to text you back, and now you can start to get a conversation. Man, it's been way too long since we last connected. I'd love to schedule a time to connect on Zoom or go out to coffee or lunch together and really spend time looking at how we can do more together in 2025.
That's a brilliant one. I got that too. So to bring this to an end, Brandon, what would you like to leave the audience with? Like a final thought, and to those folks who like to reach out to you, learn more about all that you're doing, or even ask you questions, how can that be possible?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I would say, if I could only teach one thing in life, it would be to set goals. My mentor is Mark Victor Hansen, Chicken Soup for the Soul. I met him 20 years ago, and he challenged me to write 101 goals. And I ended up going to a beach in Hawaii and spending 5 days, and I wrote 338 goals. And of those, about 100 of them came to pass in the first year. I've got goals written down for the next 30 years, right? Goals through the year 2050. So everything that I want to experience, achieve, accomplish, places I want to go, people I want to meet, books I want to read, things I want to accomplish, achieve, all of that is in writing with a specific victory date of when I want to achieve it. So my request of you, if you're listening to this right now, is before your head hits the pillow tonight, I challenge you to get crystal clear on exactly what you want out of life and write down your goals with a specific date of when you want to accomplish that goal. And you'll see magic and miracles will happen because you've gotten clear on your intentions. Just to give you one example, one of my goals on that beach is that I wanted Mark Victor Hansen to write about me in a book by May 28th, 2005, 1 year later. About 3 months after that, Mark and I started building a friendship. And he calls me up one day and he says, Robert Allen and I are writing the sequel to The 1 Minute Millionaire. It's going to be called Cracking the Millionaire Code. And we'd like to write about you. Would that be okay? Of course, I said yes, excitedly. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is
Amazing.
exactly what I wanted, right? Well, that book was published May 2005. So 3 days after I had set the goal, right? And what I learned from that experience is that you can achieve anything you want to in life, so long as you get crystal clear on what your goals are. So write 101 goals before your head hits the pillow. Even if you only get 20 of them, you'll be further along than if you have none. So that's my big suggestion and request. I think if everyone writes down their goals, they're going to get clear on what they want, and God, the universe, will start collaborating to give you what it is you're asking.
Beautiful. I got that. So how can you be reached? Like your website or contact info?
Yeah, best place to reach me is brandonbarnum.com. You can go there and you'll see different links. There's a referral score quiz that you can take for free. The referral partner blueprint is free. We give you a lot of tools there. You can book me for a podcast if you have your own podcast and you're like, hey, I like this guy. I want to have him on my show. Then I'd love to have a conversation, and all that's available at brandonbarnum.com.
Beautiful, because you're a great guy, and you've got amazing insight, and I really enjoy speaking with you. Thank you so very much, Brandon. So that's gonna be the end of the show. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing this beautiful stuff with us. It means a whole lot. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate you having me.